You have to try it when we go in November. Yeah. We're working really hard on that November. Every time Josh would say something, I'm like, oh, we could just do that in November. He just roll his eyes.
Look, if you just book the trip, I did a TikTok about that the other day. Just book the trip. It's fine.
I sent
Figure it out later.
Yeah. Yeah, she sent it to me. I'm like, she's trying to use her own podcast. Yeah.
Just book the trip. It's best.
Yeah. He didn't really say no, so.
You're within 7 days. Use that bounce back offer. Let's go.
Better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Definitely.
Yes.
Only for Disney, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've taught her well when it comes to Disney.
What is up, and welcome back to another episode of Going Beyond the Castle. I'm super excited to be back this week as we dive into episode 19, and we are talking the fabulous 4-part challenge. So we'll dive into that a little bit later. But before we dive in, I am your host, Brett Briley, and with me as always is my fabulous co-host, Lori. And we are finally joined by a special guest, Olivia. Welcome to the podcast. Good to have you. You almost bailed on us. It's fine. I forgive you, but I will never forget that. So yeah, super excited to be back. Before I hand it over to Lori and we dive into today's topic, I do just want to say always shout out to our followers. It has been a journey with you guys, especially on our TikTok. I think over the past 2 weeks or so, we've seen about 700-800 new followers. So really appreciate you guys joining us. I understand it's probably not because of my personality, but it's because of the funny videos that I post. And that's totally fine. But again, thanks to you guys. We really appreciate you guys joining us, and we're super thankful for you guys. So that being said, I will turn it over to Lori, and she will introduce today's topic.
Yeah, so this is a fun one. And so doing a little research just a few minutes ago. So the Disney 4-Park Challenge is where you visit all 4 parks in one day. And I know everybody kind of does their own little variation of that challenge. But some of the research, that I was looking up, and it says it's kind of like pick a ride, see a show, get a treat, and meet a character. But I know not everybody does it that way. So in my family, actually, gosh, I don't even remember what trip we did it on first. We actually did it before we really knew that it was a thing. We were just like, it was just kind of passing along. And then we realized that, it's actually a thing that people try to do all 4 parks in one day. Not necessarily that I recommend it for folks like on your first trip or, those who want to kind of really get to see all of the parks. But if you go often, or if you just kind of want to do it as something fun and say, hey, let me see if I can do this, then it is a fun thing to do. And if you have your favorites, then you kind of know. And actually, one of my fellow mouse counselors, Tara, was there this past week, and I saw her post where she did all 4 parks, the water park, and Disney Springs, all in the same day.
I'd be tired at that point.
Yeah. I'm like, she was on a business trip. She was doing some research, so I know that she didn't really spend a whole lot of time in each of them, but I thought that was pretty cool that she did that.
That's exhausting.
Yeah, it is exhausting. It is tiring, and we actually. Josh and I randomly did it again on Tuesday on our last day when we were in Orlando. And it was tiring. And so with that being said, really quick, a sidebar, congratulations to Olivia and her team for placing 3rd in the nation for their cheer team. So yeah, we were there for cheer. So when you go to Disney for cheer, it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And when you go to Disney for a regular Disney trip, if you pack a lot of stuff, it's exhausting. So when you combine both of those and do 4 parks in one day, it is a little tiring, but it's fun. It's fun. So basically that's what the challenge is. You hit all 4 parks, you pick, your favorite things that you're going to do at each park, and then you move on to the next one. And the next we'll kind of get into the strategies around that. Cause you kind of got to have, I guess you don't necessarily have to have a plan. But, you don't want to save Animal Kingdom for last and it closes at 6 and then you can't get in there. So you got to have a little bit of thought processes behind it. So planning ahead is probably a good segue into what's the best strategies to kind of do the 4-park challenge. So I don't know if you want me to keep going, if you want to jump in.
My guest.
Okay. Yeah. So one of the things definitely that you want to do is that you want to check the hours for all the parks. And of course, whichever one, you go to first, but just make sure that you save the last park for the one that's going to be open the latest. That way you can maximize your time, throughout the day, and you're not rushing to get there. And also, when we went Tuesday, we did more than one ride in each park.
Yeah.
So you can fit some things in there, especially if you take advantage of multi-pass and the single pass. There are ways, that you can get all the things that you want to do in there. Also, if you want to rope drop, which we did not rope drop. We got there kind of early.
What time did you start the parks?
Maybe like 8:30. So like we got on the bus around 8. Something wasn't like too late. But I don't rope drop, so like I'm not going to get in line before the park opens, ever. I mean, I probably would, but
I've accidentally rope dropped before.
Yeah, I've made a commitment to my family to not force them to wake up.
No, sorry. Mm-mm.
Right? Olivia would though. So she's my ride or die when we're there. Like I'm like, look, I'm getting up and I'm gonna go, and she's like, all right, I'm going with you.
Yep, or you get left behind. Like that's how this works.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that when we went over the summer, right? When we went to Universal. Yeah, we left Ed and Braden in the hotel, and like we just rolled out, and they just met us later.
Yeah.
Like, gotcha. So you definitely want to plan ahead, look at all the different transportation options, kind of, figure out what's the best way to get from one park to the next. Just kind of really plan ahead.
There's a lot of transportation options throughout the parks, which at some point we just need to do a transportation episode and dive into the different transportation options.
Yeah, we do need to look, because I don't have March scheduled yet, so definitely need to be looking at some ideas for March.
We got plenty of time.
Yeah, 2 weeks. That's enough. Yeah. So kind of planning ahead is really where you need to put some thought into it. Unless you're totally just going to wing it and then see how it goes. That would be fine too.
No.
It's not okay to wing
not for
anything.
Me. She said that wouldn't be good for me.
No,
she knows
don't
me.
wing Disney. It just ends bad.
Yeah. I mean, on this one, we kind of like because originally we were only going to do 2 parks on Tuesday. We did the same thing. We're like, oh, let's go. But we still had a strategy behind what we were doing. And I just realized I jumped ahead because the transportation options I thought was in the planning ahead. But anyway, yeah, there's the monorail, the Skyliner, the buses. If you want to take a minivan, you can do the minivan.
Boats.
Boats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we use some of the transportation as, like an extra little ride and not just hopping on a bus. And what else we got? Yeah. And most of the snacks, like if you're going to do just a snack, you really could just kind of walk up. But there are some snack options that you can mobile order too.
Absolutely. We talked about mobile order last week or week before quite a bit.
We did. And I feel like I just ran through all of that.
That's fine.
That's cool.
Because the meat of this episode is all the what's to come next. So that's totally fine.
Yes. The fun stuff. Definitely. Yeah. So you got to have strategies. You got to plan ahead, kind of know what you want to do. Obviously, you can't, if it's your first trip, you wouldn't really be able to plan ahead because you don't really know what you want to do. So it's definitely something more for more seasoned or someone who's been, at least a couple of times to be able to take advantage of it and make it fun. But if you want, I'll kick off where I would go first. Okay. So, my first pick would be Animal Kingdom. Because 1, it's my favorite. And 2, it closes early. So definitely want to go there and get that one done first. As far as a ride, and it opens a little bit earlier too. I guess because it closes earlier. But this one is so hard for me to pick a ride because I love so many of them. But I have to choose one. I'm going to go with Flight of Passage. No.
Oh, I thought you were going to pick Safari.
I would pick Safari, but I love Flight of Passage.
We
actually did Safari twice this last time. It was so good. But yeah, Flight of Passage.
You do like Dinosaur.
I do like Dinosaur. And we did ride Dinosaur. That might be the last time.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yes.
Fred doesn't like it either.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a first ride in Disney.
Yeah, I agree.
She wrote it, though.
I had no choice.
You don't want to be left outside by herself.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so cool, though. But yeah, we did that one.
That's fine.
Yeah, so I would pick Flight of Passage. And then for my snack, I would do a street corn.
That's
so good. I didn't get one when we were there this week. I should have, but I didn't. Yeah, it's really good. You have to try it next time. You have to try it when we go in November. Yeah, we're working really hard on that November. Every time Josh would say something, I'm like, oh, we could just do that in November. He just roll his
Hey.
eyes.
Look, if you just book the trip, I did a TikTok about this the other day. Just book the trip. It's fine.
I sent
Figure
it to
it
you,
out
didn't
later.
I?
Yeah. Yeah, she sent
Yeah,
it to
I-
me.
you
I'm like, she's
she
trying to
sent
use
me
our
the
own
screenshot.
podcast. Yeah.
Just book the
Um,
trip. It's best.
Yeah.
Just-
He
You're
didn't really
within-
say no, so.
You're within 7 days. Use that bounce back offer. Let's go.
Better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Definitely.
Yes.
Only
I've taught
for
her well.
Disney, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've taught her well when it comes to Disney.
Uh.
Okay. So street corn, and then I'm going to take my picture in front of the Tree of Life, my other favorite thing. So Flight of Passage, street corn, and Tree of Life for Animal Kingdom. Sweet. You want to go next?
Yep, she's up
Sure.
next.
Can I pull my notes out?
Yeah, you can pull your notes out. I got mine. I have mine right there. So
Well, I picked Animal Kingdom first too because I kind of just follow your lead. So
it's okay.
You've taught her well.
I'm the planner. Yep.
Yeah. wait, do I have to like
What-
the first? My
Yeah.
Definitely Everest. Everest is my favorite, but the only person who rides with me is my mom.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I did
Interesting.
was like, oh, when I was doing mine, I was like, well, if it's a family trip, it would be this ride. If it was just me
Right.
and Dad, it would be this
Yeah,
one.
it
But,
really
yeah.
matters. Like that's
Right.
yeah.
that really because of course I did all mine solely off going. I'm gonna say with Rachel because it sounds bad if I say myself and no
Yeah.
kids. Like
I
no
got you.
kids were involved in my thinking.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah. I would pick Everest if it was me and you too.
Yeah. My favorite snack is a pickle, like what's it called? A pickle in a pouch.
Pickle in a pouch.
Pickles are so good. And then I would definitely get a picture in front of Everest. I think we do that every year.
Yeah. That little back,
Yeah.
little bridge like thing where you can stand, and we did it one year and it was at night, and it was,
Oh, yeah.
that was super
So
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Pickle. I know, huh?
I got it one year, and then ever since, every time we go, I have to get a pickle.
It's funny because when Dad and I walked by the thing, he's like, oh, there's Liv's pickle in a pouch.
Okay, I'll keep with the trend and say Animal Kingdom is my first park solely because, like you said earlier, it closes later in the day. So I would just rather knock it out first thing in the morning. And I feel like everybody's going to the other parks. Like,
Yeah.
so mornings are really good. I did 2 rides. I said I would single pass Avatar and then I would go over and do Festival of the Lion King because both of those are my favorite.
Mm.
And I love Festival of the Lion King every time.
Olivia. She's laughing because, can I tell? So,
At this point,
I
you
might have
have to.
yeah, I might have told a little bit. So when she was younger, I think I might have said this story.
I think so.
We were in that area and we were at the Harambe market, and Braden got the chicken and rice bowl. And I think Josh might have got it too.
Yeah.
And so we got Olivia the kids version, and it was not the same.
Yes.
Like it really was just a little bit of plain rice and a little bit of
Mhm.
chicken.
Yeah.
She was I think she might have been, I don't even know how old she was at this point.
I think I was like,
Maybe like 9 or 10.
yeah.
Yeah. And she was so mad. And so then her and Josh got into a huge fight because she refused to eat. And so like we're sitting there and fighting over. Yeah. So the other day when she was there, he was like, she was texting us, asking us where should they eat. And he's like,
Please
if
tell
you
me he
eat,
said a rice bowl.
he was like, if you eat at Harambe Market, do not come home. So anyways, that was her little
Yeah,
fun
I'm
story.
pretty sure after we went to the Lion King show. And I
We
was
did.
so mad.
She was mad the whole time in the Lion King show. Like I was like, I'm sitting there trying to enjoy the moment. And I'm
And
like,
she's just over there salty.
yes, very salty. I'm ruining it.
But yeah,
So-
so I would do Avatar, single pass that to make sure it's
Yes.
just I can walk right on and still be able to go see Festival of Lion King, which there should still be plenty of time to knock out both of those.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, we actually did Dinosaur, Flight of Passage, and a safari when we
Yeah.
went Tuesday.
yeah.
I think we did a lot too. We did the Safari, Everest, Dinosaur, and Flight of Passage.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
Okay.
You getting some questions?
No,
Then,
I'm replying. And then, so for my food,
actually, you
over
didn't
at,
finish.
over at Satuli Canteen, the cinnamon French toast is
Oh,
like
that
a
sounds good.
blueberry French toast and
Oh, yeah.
amazing. Like that French toast is a fabulous breakfast option, and it's mobile order, so I could literally be in a ride, mobile order my food, walk off, get my food, and go hit up Festival Lion King.
They have, oh, I didn't even think about that. So right there at that I don't think it was
Yeah, I know
Tamu.
what you're-
One of those, they got the Pongo.
Yeah, the
Lumpia,
little
whatever.
breakfast sandwich that has like it's the
No.
breakfast pancake.
No, this is like it's almost like a spring roll, but it's got the pineapple cream cheese stuff in the middle.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw that. Whenever we
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be a backup snack too.
Yep.
Depending if I'm going sweet or savory.
That's fair. And then for my photo, I would do Tree of Life, but I would do it on the back side of the Tree of Life because it's way less crowded over there and everybody's not trying to get the other ones. I would do it on the back side.
Yeah. Yep. Fun. Yes, I love Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom is such a great park. Like we could do a whole episode on how to live Animal Kingdom to it, like just enjoy it to its fullest, like all day.
Yeah, we should do an episode on the great debate if Animal Kingdom is a half day park or a full day park.
We should
See what people say. Anyway, I think.
What do you think?
I could stay all day in Animal
all
Kingdom.
day, easily.
You don't? No.
I think we stayed there like maybe 3 hours, and it was like fine. We hit every single ride that I liked, got some food, and then left.
Yeah, like you can. I mean, you can, but I'm okay staying all day.
I think it might be because I'm a kid.
Yeah,
so I like Magic Kingdom and
So like for us, like we took a lot of time taking Rafiki's train back to the kids area back there and doing the petting zoo and like watching the drawings and like.
Do you remember the things?
Yeah. Please tell me there's a story about the petting zoo.
We went our very first trip. We went
like 6 years old.
Yeah, she was 6, and so or 7. No, 6 because Braden was 9.
Yeah.
So we went into the petting zoo. So it was Mardi Gras time here at home. So we had a Mardi Gras shirt, and we had beads for her around her neck. And when we go in the petting zoo area,
and I was scared.
She was scared to go in. I'm like, Olivia, it's fine. They're not going to do anything. Well, don't you know the goats were like trying to eat the chain, like the beads off of her neck? She was like having a panic attack.
I was really hoping we're gonna say that a goat headbutted her, but that's still fine.
No, they were trying to eat the beads.
Yeah, and I was like almost like as tall as them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could easily spend a whole day there, especially all the walking trails that you have. Like it, and it's gonna like even like we've had this conversation once the I forgot what the South America lands opens. Like it's easily gonna
Tropical Americas.
Tropical Americas, like.
That's where the Dino Land is getting replaced.
Like when we went in September, like we spent the whole day there and we had dinner after the park closed. So like even at that point, like there was still more I could have done. Like I was fully ready to keep going, but they kicked us out. So
yeah, that's the same.
Coming out with Zootopia.
That's going to be tough. It's tough to be a bug. It's going to Zootopia.
That's
yeah.
I like.
Fritz, he's ready for that one to go too.
Really? Well, I was scared of it the first time I did it. I
traumatizes children.
Yeah,
it does.
It does.
Like what person thought it was a good idea to do a kids ride in the dark and have stuff pop out of the seat?
Yeah, that is
back.
true.
Like
I was traumatized the first time I did it.
That was a 90s Disney idea all day.
Yeah. Well, and I know I'm getting sidetracked on this one too, but did you do the Stitch Escape in Magic Kingdom?
No, that was pre-me Disney. Like
that was way worse. Like that was like her and Brayden were both horrified.
Yeah, that was not for kids. I forgot about that.
So Jasmine just asked, what are they replacing it with? So they're replacing it with a Zootopia show. They haven't released a lot of details on it yet, have they? It's just, what is it? Better Together or something like that?
Yeah, it is Better Together.
Is it going to be a show still?
I think I mean, it should be the same type of setup as Tough to Be a Bug, but just Zootopia. And we get Chazelle as like a singer in it or whatever her name is from the movie. Fabulous movie. I love Zootopia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Zootopia.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Something different.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So
how are you getting to the next park?
So I'm going to take a bus over to Hollywood Studios.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm saving I don't know. I mean, I do Toy Story Mania would be my ride. That is my favorite ride at Hollywood Studios. So
it is a good ride. It destroys relationships, but it's a great ride.
It does.
And I smoked that. Well, I won't. Okay, I didn't smoke him. I didn't get like that many points, but I beat him.
As long as you win,
I beat him.
You can rub it in his face.
I beat him on Toy Story Mania and on Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin.
I think Dad always chooses to go with me because he knows
he's going to beat you. So, and to back up a little bit, so I would single pass Flight of Passage, but I would also get multi-pass. Now, I would book multi-pass for Hollywood Studios first, And then once you have to book your first 3 rides in the same park, but you can modify it.
You only have to book one.
Yeah. And then once you go through it, then you can book others. But I would use multi-pass for Hollywood Studios, and I would do Toy Story Mania is my favorite. So I would do that one. And then I would get the carrot cake whoopie pie from the trolley stop.
It's fabulous.
Yeah, that's so good. I know I was so disappointed because I forgot what I ate. I ate a snack somewhere. And then we went to Hollywood Studios and Josh got that. And I'm like, man, I should have waited but I ate a little bit of his. That thing is so good. And then I would take a picture in front of the Chinese theater, the Mickey and Minnie's course.
On a side note, I'm going to divert really quick because this just popped in my head. Did you know that Disneyland does not have the 7 and 3 day window? They have
they have to do it on site, right?
Yeah. That's going to be fun to do in May.
Yeah. So, at Disney World, if you stay on site, you can book your Lightning Lane 7 days in advance. Disneyland, you can't book them until you're in the park.
They still have like the Genie Plus type, but they just renamed it.
Because Fred's going
Lane.
to Disneyland in May.
I am.
Really?
Work
I'm a little salty.
I'm sorry. Work needed me to go to Disneyland, and I'm good. They know.
I know. We tried to get our agency to do that too, but this year he didn't do it this year. Plus, they will kill me if I go without them first.
Yeah. Well, Rachel, Terry walked up to me today and he said, "Fred, the Lord spoke to me, and he said that you shouldn't go to Disneyland without your wife." And I said, "Terry, did the Lord speak to you, or did my wife speak to you?"
Right. I'm thinking it's your wife.
It was. She told me. She confessed. She told him to talk to me.
Well, you know what? Rachel and I could go.
You could.
And we could do our own thing while you're doing your business thing.
Yes. See, I told her I would take her, but the email literally said no family and friends. Because it's like a...
Yeah, that's how our trips are.
Yeah, it's a self-paced fam or something like that.
Well, that's saying that Rachel and I can't go.
That facts. You're not wrong.
And Liv. She's looking at me.
So quick. Anyway, back on topic.
Okay.
Liv, it's your turn.
Oh, yeah.
So Hollywood Studios, what would you pick?
Yeah, I would do the same bus to Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
And my ride would be Slinky Dog Dash, even though it always has a really long wait. But it's my favorite there.
Not if you multi-pass it. You could multi-pass it.
There you go.
What is that?
Like the Lightning Lane.
Oh, yeah. But if I'm going with my cheer team,
Yeah.
Stuff like. And my snack, I don't know where it's from. All I know is it's like a little cart in front of Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Funnel
Epic Eats, I think, or something.
Oh, yeah.
The funnel cake.
Yeah. It's so good. I love it. And then I would also take a picture in front of the Chinese theater.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant. Okay, sorry. I'm looking at my notes and I was like, oh, what do I mean by that? Okay. So for me, I'm going to EPCOT and I'm getting there by minivan because I like to be bougie and that would make me feel bougie rolling up in a minivan. So yeah, I'm going to EPCOT. Of course, I'm going to Lightning Lane Guardians because what other ride is there to do? Guardians supersedes every single ride at that park. And I'm also going to do Spaceship Earth just because I always love Spaceship Earth. It's such a great ride.
Which one? And the ball?
It's the giant ball. There you go.
Have you ever done, what's the bad one?
Mission Space. No.
No, I don't. I did Mission Space on my very first trip. Never do it again. Rachel's like, you could do the small levels. No. I'm pretty sure I still felt like vomiting on the first level.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not attempting that ever.
Yeah,
I can't even spin 2 times in a circle with my children. What makes you think I can go do a gyroscopic ride? Anyway, I went with food because I'm food motivated at Epcot. We've had this conversation, and I'm going with the taco trio from La Cantina over at San Angel. Love the taco trio. And then for my photo opportunity, I'm doing in front of the Guardians of the Galaxy spaceship.
Oh, I didn't think about that one.
Yeah, because that's a really good photo opportunity. That's what I was super confused because I just put Guardians of the Galaxy and I was like, what does that mean? And then I realized what I meant. So
yeah.
But yeah, Epcot, love Epcot. So especially if you're just going for Guardians, I felt like it was easy just to knock it out in the morning. So.
I
like Test Track. Is that still open?
It's down for it's being refurbished right now.
I think it's supposed to open back up this summer.
Yeah, we can do it in November.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah,
just add it to the list.
Yeah. Okay, so then I am going to Skyliner from Hollywood Studios over to Epcot, And of course, so I can ride Guardians. And then, this is one where I put, so if it's, now he did do it with me when we went
Yes, you sent
this
me
last trip.
We need to post
However,
that picture in our Facebook group.
Oh gosh, yes.
It's every time. He makes that same face every time.
But I don't know that he'll ever ride it again. So Josh isn't with me and I don't have anyone and I don't want to ride by myself, then I'll do Soren with Josh.
I almost put Soren. I think I had Soren down.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, the Guardians is calling my name.
Yeah, we love Soren.
It's such a great ride.
Yeah. And then, no shocker here, what my snack is going to be is the pumpkin spice macaron ice cream sandwich.
So this trip is based in October. We now know when you're going. Yeah.
It is definitely in November. If not, then of course I'll find another snack. And I did try the chocolate macaron ice cream sandwich, and I was not as thrilled.
I bet you I would like.
It was good, and I don't know, maybe it was just the ice cream, like whenever, because the macaron, the outside of it is crunchy. So every time I would take a bite, the ice cream would just it was going everywhere. It was, so I don't know if it was just because it was melted.
Yeah.
Because the pumpkin one does not do that.
Quick.
Yeah. The pumpkin one stays, it doesn't do that. So anyway, and then I take a picture in front of Spaceship Earth. Because I forgot about the Guardians one, but
yeah, I almost
because the Guardians one has the magic shot too. Sometimes.
It does, and I almost did Japan with the archway.
That one's pretty cool.
Spaceship Earth in the background. I thought about that one too, and I was like,
yeah, I feel like I went with the iconic pictures.
Noticing a trend, yeah,
yeah. It kind of continues all the way to Magic Kingdom. So
that's probably like my fault too. I always make us take pictures in front of
Yeah.
We did. Well, our last trip, we took a picture in front of every Yeah.
Yeah. All right, sweet. So where are you going?
Following you.
Of course.
We take the Skyliner to EPCOT, but I chose this because I like EPCOT around lunchtime.
Right.
They have really good food.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm gonna go ride Guardians with my mom. And then my favorite snack is the lobster roll that they have there. I don't even know where you get that from.
I feel like
so
you
good.
two,
you
two are like two peas in a pod. Like you,
absolutely.
But
she is my Disney girl.
Hey, that's okay.
The lobster roll is during the Food and Wine Festival, and they have the one of the booths outside in the
pavilion, isn't
the
it?
American Pavilion. Yeah,
it's so good.
And it's a warm.
It's way better
lobster
than the
roll.
one at Magic Kingdom. Yeah, way better. So good.
Yep. And then I'm going to take a picture in front of a spaceship.
My girl.
Okay, so for me, obviously Skyliner over at Hollywood Studios, because love the Skyliner. Favorite ride at Hollywood Studios is, of course, Tower of Terror. Gotta do Tower of Terror. Yeah, of course.
Really?
Tower of Terror is a must-do ride every single time. I'm also going to sneak in, for the first time in forever, the Frozen show, just because the hosts of that show are my favorite. And the adult jokes they tell are fabulous.
I've never done that one.
No,
my God. You have to do it solely for them. Like, they make the show what it is. Like, because they know that it's a bunch of adults there with their children. So they tailor the show for you.
Oh, fun.
Like, the two hosts are absolutely fabulous. And they're like citizens of Arendelle. And they're telling the story and joke about how every Disney movie, the parents die. It's fabulous. It's absolutely great.
Gosh. Yeah, we definitely need to check that out.
Yeah, I totally recommend Frozen, and I would do it by myself. No shame. For my snack, I would do the blue milk from the milk stand.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I do like the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. The green's okay, but
yeah, I like the blue milk. And then they have that like jelly one. It's blue milk with like grape jelly, and then it's got like Pop Rocks or something in the bottom of it. That one, or Nerds. It's got Nerds in it. That one.
Don't
really
they have one with alcohol? Pretty sure.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have one with alcohol. Yeah. But yeah, hot day at Hollywood Studios. Cool down with blue milk, and while I'm there, I'll take my picture over at the Millennium Falcon.
Fun stuff. Yeah. So then I'm
where
going
we're all going last.
I know. So then I'm going to monorail over from EPCOT to Magic Kingdom. And this is a double one too. So if Olivia's with me, I'm going to do Tron.
If I'm also with you, we're going to do...
Well, yeah, we'll do both of these if she's with me. But if she's not with me, then Josh and I will definitely do People Mover. But that's one of Olivia's favorites. I don't know why. Like, I love Magic Kingdom. I love being in there. But other than Tron, I was like, I was having a hard time, like, really picking one. I mean, like, this, I love Small World. I love Pirates. I love Haunted Mansion.
Well, the People Mover's great because after you've already been to 3 parks, you're in your final
Yes, you
park
need
of the
that
day.
break.
You can just pop your feet up and take a nap, like I did after eating taking 8 shots of eggnog and eating, I don't know how many Christmas cookies.
I forgot how many you said. Yeah.
So much. I just was in a sugar coma and I just racked out on People Mover.
Yeah.
It's just such a great ride to relax on.
It is. It's super cool. It's so crazy, though, because every time we ride it, I forget how dark it gets for so long. This has got to be scary for kids.
Especially when you break down in the dark portion.
That happened to us, too.
Yeah.
And Raylan and Harper are just sitting there like...
like, what is going on? Yeah. Yeah, and just an FYI, they do have video cameras surveillance now. So don't be doing anything crazy on the...
Right?
They didn't before?
No,
but people were doing inappropriate things, and so now they have...
talk about on this episode, because apparently our accounts like to get locked for adult content.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I don't know what happened with our Buy Me a Coffee thing. It was like, your account's been disabled, and it was like, check your email. I went checked, and it was like, your account's been disabled for adult content. I was like, what?
I know. Well, Jasmine was the one who had brought it to my attention, and when I told her that, I'm like, yeah, a Disney podcast got rejected for adult content. I'm like, that's funny. Anyway, yeah, so at Magic Kingdom, I'm going to ride Tron. I'm going to get a Dole Whip, and I'm going to take my picture in front of the castle. We actually, when we went this time, Josh and I, we did do a picture in the back of the castle this time. Like in the back where the carousel is. Yeah.
A really good spot to get a picture there in the back.
Yeah, he's like, we never go back there. Let's go take a walk back there. And so we went back there again, like in that little area. Or like if we do you walk through, like get to the other.
There's a lot of really good spots to take photos, especially like, or at Magic Kingdom, like especially at nighttime. Like nighttime is like prime time to get your photos taken, just because that park lights up like no other park.
I keep saying I want to do the lantern too.
That's the
lantern picture, and I've
Yep.
never done it.
I took some pictures there last time, but we didn't do like an actual like photo pass.
Somebody's watching. We're gonna do it when we go in November.
Yeah.
There you go.
See if he's comments. Anyway, so that's my Magic Kingdom picks.
And of course, it's great to end the night with Happily Ever After. Like, what better way to end your day than crying your eyes out?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what Liv and I was saying. This week when she was there, she's like, "Why am I crying watching?"
Every time, as soon as it comes on, I'm like,
"Yeah." I did try Josh's ice cream place this time too, the Plaza ice cream parlor.
Have I ever told the story about that?
Like how when we go ride stuff and Dad goes gets ice cream?
Yeah, but it was like a secret until like...
Yeah, we didn't know for a while that's what he would do. Yeah, we like, one day he just randomly said something. He's like, yeah, what do y'all think I'm doing? I'm going to go get ice cream. Y'all go ride. I'm like, lucky. He didn't share.
And I can go and have ice cream together while you guys go do rides.
There you go. Okay, what you picking?
Okay, I'm going to monorail to Magic Kingdom with you. My favorite ride, I haven't done it yet, but I like Splash Mountain, so I would have to do Tiana's Bayou because
Fabulous
my
ride.
favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't get to ride it, but November.
Yeah, November we'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh,
and
November.
Then it's her 18th birthday, so
yeah,
you know.
And Braden's 21st.
And Braden will be 21, so I'm like, it's perfect. We'll do a birthday trip.
Yep. And then my favorite snack, I couldn't like really just pick one, so I just went with like a classic, a Mickey ice cream bar.
Solid
Just
choice.
can't go wrong with that.
Right.
So
I didn't get one this trip, and I was so mad at myself. What is it? What is the white flag? He throwing in a flag?
that doesn't say anything. He commented something. I don't know why I can't see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Let me go over to Facebook. I'm curious what he commented.
Yeah, it just has a white flag by it, but I don't know.
I don't know what that means. And then my picture, of course, would be in front of the castle.
Maybe he's speechless thinking about how great of a time he's going to have on his trip in November.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I think so, too.
And he's so excited to go get some ice cream.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Does he still do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I went with him this time because we did everything together. So we both got ice cream this time.
Like, I didn't know, like, it's like strict diet.
Yeah, he won't cheat all the time, but he did get ice cream. Yeah. So where are you going, Fred?
Well, there's only one park left, and that's Magic Kingdom. And I'm really salty because I thought about switching Epcot and the Hollywood Studios so I could monorail over to Magic Kingdom. But then I was like, I didn't want to get to take the Skyliner at that point. So I stuck with that. And so I'll bus over to Magic Kingdom, keep it simple, and ride Pirates and Haunted Mansion because those are my two favorite rides. And it doesn't feel like Disney unless I do those two rides.
He's rolling his eyes at us, Josh.
But just accept your fate, Josh. It's happening.
Yeah.
For dinner, doing a lobster roll from Columbia Harbor House. And then I'll follow that up with I Lava You Float. Fabulous float.
Yeah.
And then photo opportunity, I picked Cinderella's Castle. That one.
I like taking pictures in front of the castle at night better.
Oh,
than
yeah.
during the day.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that part is just something. That part just looks so much better at nighttime.
Even most of the rides are better at night, like Tron. You enjoy it at night.
Yeah, that's super fun at night.
Magic Kingdom is definitely like a really good nighttime park. So is Hollywood Studios too, though. Like especially when you're going down Sunset Boulevard, or you're over in the Star Wars area. Like that, Hollywood Studios is a really like solid nighttime park as well.
Yeah. When we were at Epcot, and so right now it's Festival of the Arts, which I should have showed it. I did buy my first artwork ever in my life, I guess. I don't know. But over in the back, and I don't remember what countries it was in front of, but in the back area, they had these, like, it was like, almost like a torch, like a big, along the way the water is.
Oh, the one they're spaced out, aren't they? You're talking the ones that are
but
like...
I've never seen those before. And I'm like, how many times have we been here?
Yeah,
I don't know if that's always been there. And just like, because when
the lights go off and the torches come up, like they light that torch. Yeah, that's always been a thing.
That's crazy because I've never seen them before. And even because actually at this point we had met up with Darren and Dara.
Yeah.
We actually met up with them at Hollywood Studios and we rode the Skyliner over with them to Epcot. And then we kind of separated a little bit and then we met up again to ride Frozen. And like when we were first out, like when we were walking outside before Frozen, it was dark.
Yeah.
And then they weren't there. But when we came out, and I don't know if it's something, if they maybe do it like close to when they're going to do the fireworks or I don't know. But I thought that was kind of weird that we hadn't ever seen that before.
Another great park, which I wish that they would bring back, is Pandora at nighttime.
Yes, I know.
Like, one, I miss, what was that show? Rivers of Light? Fabulous nighttime show. Like, just that was just a fabulous nighttime show, Rivers of Light. But like, and then to immediately follow it up with like going over to Pandora and just seeing like, and it's crazy because right now they're redoing all the bioluminescent stuff that's on the ground. But like the park closes at 6, like, so it's only good for like one time a year when it gets a little bit dark. So I'm hoping that means they're going to open the park up later in the future.
I don't remember which day we were there, and it's actually stayed open until 8.
Yeah.
And I was kind of surprised. I mean, we didn't stick around. I think we might have left about 6:30 or 7. So we didn't stick around to see what was going on, that late. But I was surprised to see a night that it stayed open till 8.
I'm excited, assuming now that I'm going to Disneyland, assuming my Disney World trip still happens in May, I'm super excited to have a kid-free trip and just, again, and be able to hit the parks. Like, once they close, just stick it out and just get some really solid shots of, the parks after closure.
The Lord told me that you should not do a Disney World and a Disneyland trip both in May.
If the job calls, like, I got to go. Sorry. Although the second one's a personal trip, but I still need to get work content.
Yeah, I agree. I need to get to Disneyland at some point too. I know we tried so many different things on this last trip that we'll have to stick an episode in there where we kind of maybe talk about some of that stuff because we actually tried some new restaurants and some things that were, different than we normally do.
Yeah.
Even though we did hit our favorites, but maybe we'll do it.
You still have homecoming?
Yes.
Did you go?
Yes.
Figured.
We did. They don't like it. We did. We actually walked up too. Like, they didn't even have a reservation and just walked right in.
My favorite, I love Yak and Yeti.
We did that too.
I think about that daily.
November.
What did we eat?
Your birthday dinner could
It
be.
was
Yeah,
so
Josh,
good.
November
tuna
birthday
nachos.
dinner.
Yes.
Yes. We'll have your birthday dinner at Yak and Yeti.
Hope Josh is writing all this down of what he needs to start budgeting for.
So that really came about because, and it's not official yet, but word on the street is that our agency trip is going to fall on Olivia's 18th birthday. Her 18th birthday is on a Friday of all days. So I cannot go with good conscience and leave on her 18th birthday. So
We made a deal.
the deal is if I could take her the weekend before, even though it's going to suck because it's going to be Thanksgiving weekend, if I could take her but the weekend before for a little short trip, maybe even throw in Epic and then go.
Cool.
So,
You're gonna have to
so
bring
that's
me
what
back
I'm
some
working
Harry
on.
Potter stuff. I'm gonna need you to take more suitcase luggage this time.
Definitely need to
'Cause
pack a
you're
little
gonna be
lighter.
bringing back some Epic Universe.
We're going to have to bring
souvenirs.
back all the butterbeer.
Oh,
Well, hey, look,
Fred-
we'll make it happen.
Fred has said he
I
can
have
make
a
butterbeer.
fabulous
Keep telling him.
butterbeer recipe.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to test that out.
We'll bring the
Yes,
girls
sir.
over and we'll do a Harry Potter night. They love Harry Potter.
Yes. Sounds good.
So yeah, there we
Sounds
go.
good.
That's a wrap on our 4-park challenge. I like how we started and ended in the same place. Like, but it makes sense. Like, because Animal Kingdom closes earlier and Magic Kingdom is usually the park that's open the latest. Like,
Yeah.
like it really is like the best place to start and end. The other two, you can just kind of flip flop, like however you want.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then again, it's, like if you're a seasoned Disney goer, you kind of know what your things are that you want to do. And then on the last day, you just want to kind of, revisit everything. It's a good way to get the, your favorites in. It's doable.
Yeah.
You might be tired, but I mean, I didn't even really feel, well, I did when I came home the next day. I felt exhausted. But like we kind of went through and it was fine. Like I didn't feel rushed. Kind of did what I want. So definitely can be done.
One day I'm gonna fly down and do the 4-park challenge and fly back. Like that's my goal. Maybe
I
next
just saw it
year.
on TikTok.
I have a friend at work that a few of them are talking about doing that. She's like, I'm going to let you know when we do it if you want to come with us.
Like, and it's probably just going to be this random spur of the moment thing. Just because, like, I'm going to try to find like a $50 Spirit flight down and back. And then I'll get a ticket and just one day
Just
park
roll
hopper
it.
ticket and just fly, go straight, hit the parks and come back.
Yeah. I told her what you and Matt did. And she's like, no, if I'm sleeping there, I'm sleeping in a hotel. I'm not sleeping in the car
In the airport parking lot.
in the airport.
That was such a good trip, though. Like that, Ely.
Yeah, that's
is
definitely
at the
a
top.
memory.
Like
Yeah.
it is. Like such a great time. The massive amount of eggnog and cookies, though, needs to just.
Yeah, I was trying to see. I don't have it
Be
open, but I was
forgotten.
going to say for anyone listening, if you haven't, you can go back and listen to, I think it's like Matt's Magical Adventure or something like that, or
Yeah.
36 hour,
Yeah, Matt, 28-hour
Trip.
adventure, something like that.
something like that. Yeah, you can go back and listen to
That was a
Fred
great
and
trip.
Matt their quick trip.
What are we talking
Sweet.
about next week? I'm super excited for next week's episode.
Yeah, I'm super excited, but I'm also a little worried because I have no idea yet. I came up with the idea of doing like a couples challenge in honor of Valentine's month, even though we're going to be a couple of weeks behind, but because of cheer and other things. So I have to really come up with the ideas, but Josh, my husband, and Rachel, Fred's wife, will join us on the show. And what I'm kind of thinking is that I'm going to throw some questions, which I'll put it together tomorrow, some questions together, and then Rachel and I will exchange answers.
Oh, dear Lord.
And then maybe you and Josh exchange answers, and then we have to guess what we think the other one would say. Of course, Disney related, so some stuff is going to be super obvious.
Yeah. You say that,
And
it's just going to end horribly.
I think Josh will probably know me better Because he always, like, if I'll say stuff and he's like, that wasn't right. That didn't really happen that way. I'm like, close enough. Yeah. So that's what I'm kind of thinking, but I don't know. I'm going to do some research tomorrow but yeah, it's going to be a couples challenge type thing. So it'll be super fun to have, because we talk about them a good bit. So to have them join us on the show will be fun.
Yeah.
So Liv, what did you think about being on our podcast?
It was fun.
It was
So you
fun.
can come back anytime.
That's what I told her. So you never know. You might like it and you might want to come back all the time.
Aren't you glad you didn't bail on us after all?
Yeah. It's fun to talk about Disney.
Yeah, but then it makes you want to go.
I know. It does make you want to go. It does.
Hey.
But it's okay. We are going.
November.
Yeah.
Just as soon as you hang up, just go straight to www.disneyworld.com and book that trip.
Honestly, the only reason I haven't booked anything yet is because I'm debating on staying at a Universal resort and then doing a 1 day at Disney or staying at a Disney resort. If I knew for sure that we could buy 1 day to Epic Universe in November, then I'd be okay. But without really knowing, it's kind of got me thrown off because if we go, that's what I want to do. That would be more of the celebration for Braden's birthday because we were supposed to take him. But I think we'll see.
I think it's all going to come down to how the crowd level at Epic Universe goes. Like, I think they're going to take a look at the first couple weeks, and if that crowd levels, if the park, stays pretty packed, I think they're going to keep tickets the way that they are until they start seeing a decrease. And then once they start seeing a decrease in park attendance, then they'll start offering more ticket options.
Which is kind of why I think I may do a Universal hotel with Express Pass.
Helios. I hear it's a fabulous hotel.
And then do 1 day maybe at Disney. Or even I told Liv maybe we could even just do the Christmas party.
Yeah.
And then do, Epic and a day at Universal. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right. We ready for a wrap up? We're at 52 minutes. So
perfect.
Really great episode. Liv, thanks for joining us. Always fun.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome back anytime. As long as you don't threaten to bail on us 10 minutes before again.
She had a rough day, so she was
okay.
kind of, but she's good now.
That's okay.
I told her, talking about Disney will get you out of it and make you happy.
Facts. All right, cool. Well, again, thanks to everybody for joining us. We really appreciate you guys going on this journey with us and, taking time out of your Sunday night to join us and talk Disney. For those that are interested in learning more about what we do here at Going Beyond the Castle and maybe even getting more information, you can head over to our website, which on the screen says www, but I learned this past week that is not actually in the link. It's just goingbeyondthecastle.com. Yep. So learn that. So definitely head over there on our website. You can see more about Lori and I. You can see all of our episodes, and you can even request some vacation quotes if that's something you're interested in. For those that are looking to connect with us on social media, you can head over to our Beacons channel, which is beacons.ai/going beyond the castle. There you can see both Lori and I's personal social media accounts. You can see locations to watch us live each week, and you can see locations to listen to the audio version of our podcast. And then, of course, as always, if you're interested in reaching out to us, whether it be to request a specific topic on the podcast or even to schedule a vacation quote, you can send us an email at info@goingbeyondthecastle.com. Both Lori and I have access to that, so you should get a pretty quick response back. And with that, I will turn it over to Lori to say bye, and that's that.
Bye.
Oh, we're just going to do bye like that. Okay, bye.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. If you have any ideas or any questions that you want us to throw in our couples challenge, go and send them to us either in the email or on our Facebook page. Some questions that we could stump our spouses.
Yeah,
I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, fun times. All right, we will talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on this magical journey. We hope today's episode brought a little extra spark to your day and inspired your next adventure. Whether it's a thrilling escape to Universal, a dream cruise getaway, or unforgettable memories at Disney. Have questions? A topic you'd like us to cover? Your own magical story to share or looking for travel assistance? We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a line at info@goingbeyondthecastle.com. Be sure to check out all our social media links and podcast platforms at beacons.ai/Going Beyond the Castle podcast. And don't miss the fun in our Facebook group, Going Beyond the Castle Podcast Lounge, where we share tips, updates, and behind-the-scenes moments. Until next time, see you real soon.